Welcome back. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and a time where advocates, professionals, survivors, and their loved ones come together to mourn the lives of lost and connect others to bring about change.
Joining us this morning to spread awareness and discuss their upcoming event, we have Chloe Randolph, founder of the Chloe Randolph Organization. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the Chloe Randolph Organization. What is it and how did it come about?
Well, Chloe was my daughter, and unfortunately, March 23rd, 2019 in Henderson, she was brutally murdered. And Henderson at the time didn't have a dominant presence for domestic violence, where Evansville has YWCA, Albion, Holly's House. We didn't have anything. And I can never change what happened March 23rd, but what we do going forward prevents the next Chloe. And I felt it was very important for victims to know that they had a voice and that they mattered. So we became the Chloe Randolph Organization, and we brought an advocacy center and Chloe's Closet, and we're working on a shelter because we don't have a shelter. So it was important that Chloe's death not be in vain, and we allowed victims to know that they mattered.
Absolutely.
Now, I imagine Domestic Violence Awareness Month is important to you. I know it also brings back, horrible memories for you and your family, but at the same time, you're doing some good work out of this. What does this month mean to you?
It's about showcasing all victims and survivors, to let their story be told, to know that they matter, that they do have support, there is someone there, that they do not have to stay in their situation, that they can get out and have the support from the beginning, the middle, and through the end, and we're always there.
And before we get into the event, what can these forms look like? Because a lot of the time people think women, physical abuse, but from the stuff that you've been doing the last several years, what forms can this take that family and friends should be on the lookout for?
Most people think domestic violence is only physical, and that's far from the truth. You have verbal and mental and emotional, and a lot of times that's more dominant than the physical, because I will have victims say that they would rather be physically hit because they know it's a pattern, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, as opposed to being mentally or verbally abused, because you can't escape it. You're evolved in it. But you also have financial, sexual, psychological, spiritual. So I teach my teens, because I do the Safe Dates program, the different types and how you identify it and the red flags and all of them.
Now, since 2019 and that tragic day that your family went through, did you ever think that, you'd be doing some good work like this? And how many people do you think you've connected with over that amount of time in a positive manner and gotten them out of situations?
It was a defining moment that decided it, because, we got her son, Slim, and when we got him from West Memphis, Arkansas, we had to go to emergency court. And that defining moment that made me decide we were going to do this is a victim approached me on the 3rd floor that I'm in every week, and she told me, she said, "You don't know me, but I know you, and I don't want anything from you, but I need you to know that Chloe saved me that night," because I had been beat every day for the past 15 years, and when it came out that she had died, that's what was happening that night. I was just down the street. So that was that defining moment that I knew if we didn't do something, nothing was ever going to change.
So there's a threshold for that victim, and they had to break through that threshold. I don't know what that young lady's situation might have been, but what are the biggest thresholds for people in escaping the abuse?
That they don't have support, that they don't know how to manage money, they don't know how to get a job. What we take for granted, like counting change and money and writing checks, they don't know how to do that. So the most important thing when we get them out of their situation is to make sure that they're safe and that they know they have support. And then we work from ground up to make them be successful.
And you are hosting an event this month. I want to talk about that.
Yes.
We have a full screen for this. An Evening of Remembrance, all for domestic violence awareness. Tell us about that. When is it and what is going on?
It is going to be Saturday, October 26th at Bally's right here in Evansville. The current Miss Kansas, Alexis Smith, is coming in. If you do not know her story, she is a victim and survivor of domestic violence. She actually addressed her abuser in the audience when she took her title. We're also bringing Hadley Duvall, who is from the Henderson area. She's a sexual assault survivor. There are 2 special speakers, but then we have our keynote speaker, who is retired Lieutenant Mark Wynn from Nashville. He's world renowned for anything dealing with domestic violence, sexual assault. He's the man.
Absolutely. And how much are tickets? How can folks, because are tickets still available?
They're still available. We got about another 2 weeks. We have table sponsors that are available. Then individual tickets, VIP tickets. If you go to our website, you can find them. We're still taking table sponsors. I've picked out this awesome meal, I think, and it's going to be a great night. And
And what is because purple attire is,
Yes.
encouraged, but what is Candles of Hope? Because that's happening at dinner as well.
Well, it originated as Candles of Hope virtually because we were in the middle of COVID. Then we went to Central Park in Henderson. But we're going to do Speak My Name, and it is to remember the victims in Kentucky that have lost their lives this past year. So we want to speak their name. So we're going to dim the lights, light some candles, and say their name, and we're going to celebrate the survivors that have gotten out of their situation. And
Is this the first time you're hosting this event?
this type of event, we started it virtually. We went to Central Park. Last year, we brought in Detective Jason White from Tulsa Homicide on the first 48 hours. And so this will be the first dinner Candles of Hope for an Evening of Remembrance.
And where can people get those tickets?
You can go on our website, chloerandolph.org. You can reach out to us as well. We'll get you a ticket.
And I think we have that full screen up there.
Yes.
Services you offer, aside from the tickets, what do you guys offer for folks that might be interested in reaching out to you?
We are with somebody from the moment they have decided they need to get out of their situation. We're with them through the court system. We're with them through therapy, a job, finding clothing, which we have at Chloe's Closet. We're your person. We're there even after you've gotten out of your situation. You may have moved on to another city or state. We're kind of like your maintenance person. We're with you.
And what's the best way to go about contacting you all at the Chloe Randolph Organization?
You can call us at the office, 270-830-9439. You can come to our office at 327 Washington in Henderson, or you can send us an email.
Wonderful. And I will be putting this on our website for an Evening of Remembrance. So thank you so much for being in here, sharing your story. And we want to get this event sold out.
We do.
Later this month.
We do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Griffin Glasscock, she is standing by. She is tracking your